channel. It's your girl Khlo'e Ariel.
And I'm Latanya. Hi.
So this is my coworker, I guess. Yeah, my coworker slash friend. So today we are gonna be talking about dating in this generation. So this is gonna be a series on my channel called Our Truth, which is our opinions on certain topics, you know, that's going on in this world.
So don't be coming up under there talking junk, y'all. Okay, y'all can disagree, but keep all the negative comments to yourself,
Okay,
because
period.
this is our opinion.
Period.
It's our truth. Meaning
From our experience.
From our experience, yes.
Thank you. Okay, so first topic I think we should get into today is, let's do moving fast. Let's just start with what we already been talking about anyway, since we, you know.
Okay, so in all, we're talking about just dating.
Period, yeah.
Dating in today's world. So, too fast tends to be a problem in dating. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when I say too fast for me, meaning sex is happening too fast. You just not getting to know someone first. You get what I'm saying? Y'all just jumping head first in, and you barely even know each other. You get what I'm saying? So that becomes a problem because everything happens too fast. And not only that, you really have nothing to look forward for because you done did everything, you know? You want to keep the spice in the relationship. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you done everything, or somebody is more experienced or moving too fast, it's like, what are we really doing here? What are we in a rush for? Let's take our time and build. I feel like when you take your time and actually get to know someone, it's different. You get what I'm saying? That's just mine.
And it's better.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, once you get to know somebody, yeah. So you can see instantly. It's like stuff be moving so fast that you learn a person flaw in 2 or 3 days. And like you ready to go.
Yeah.
Like fast.
Yeah.
So
I will say that one mistake I think that I did in my last relationship was moving too fast. Even though I knew that person for a certain amount of time, I feel like it's different getting a relationship. Like, you could be friends with somebody, but even then, a relationship is a whole different type of concept and situation. And I will say that I'll never do that shit again. That's first. And second, I definitely look forward to, you know, slowly building my relationships with people and not rushing and, you know what I'm saying, feeling like it's the end of the world.
I agree. And I also feel like when everything happens fast, girl or boy, man or woman, feels like they don't have to put in the same energy anymore as they had to when they first started in the beginning of the relationship. And that's not okay. Not with me. It's not okay. You know? So I just feel like when things are more slow and you all take your time, you will still get that amount of, you know, just depending on the person, because you can also move fast with someone and they can treat you the same in the beginning. But we're talking about 2021. That's not really happening. You get what I'm saying? That's very rare that when you're dealing with someone and everything is going fast, that they still act the same as if, you know, the beginning. It's like, that's not happening. Once they get sex, you know, once it's mainly after sex. They don't want to go on dates like that no more. You get what I'm saying? They don't feel like they have to hold a door. Or, you know, females get sneaky, you know, because I'm not just a one-sided thing. I'm speaking for men and women. You get what I'm saying? It's just not the same anymore, moving too fast. So,
Yeah.
That's just my opinion on moving too fast.
I totally get that.
What's next?
Oh, what's next? Okay. Then we move for fast.
And we have bullet points, y'all, okay? Just because we talking about a lot, y'all. We got a lot to talk about.
Let's talk about manipulation and mind games.
Girl. Now, this the topic. Because what y'all think y'all playing with? Like, manipulation is... What's the word I'm trying to say? It's a part of controlling.
Yeah.
When you physically, mentally, let me say that, mentally you manipulate someone, you're controlling them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's without a person even knowing. You get what I'm saying? So I just personally feel like with manipulation, it's not a joke. You get what I'm saying? It's not. And I don't play them type of games. Because once I find out that I'm being manipulated, it's over. And that's just that. You get what I'm saying? That's just bottom line. Because you don't have to manipulate me to get what you want. You can communicate. That's next, y'all. We're going to touch that one. You can communicate what you want, what you need, what you're lacking, what you're missing. And we can work on that and try to fix that. You get what I'm saying?
And if you can't, then that's not the person for you.
Period. Okay? That's just period. We eating, y'all. It's good. Sorry.
Yeah. I will say, that I feel like, and this goes for women too, I feel like a lot of people try to manipulate people into, like, for instance, let's just say, a guy comes up to me or whatever, right? And he tells me, oh, you're attractive, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's attracted me too. We exchange numbers. Cool. Talking, texting. And let's just say, he asked me, like, oh, like, what are you looking for? Or, like, you know, what are you getting into? Blah, blah, blah. And this is me personally. You know, I don't know about everybody else. But I'm not, off the bat, I'm not finna have sex with you or do anything with you. That's just not me. Now, there's occasions where, you know, stuff be happening. But,
of course,
I will, but I will say that that's not, you know, that's not me. And I try to make it a point for myself to not indulge in, you know, urges like that. But it's just like, if I'm looking for something more long term and not, you know what I'm saying, you hit and then you dip type stuff, then what if I tell him that and he's like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just looking for somebody to have fun with. Let me tell you something. If a man asks you what you want, a boy, whatever, male, female, non-binary, all everything. If they ask you what you want and what they want doesn't directly match up, or even if it does, because sometimes they will act as if that's what they want just to get you to, you know what I'm saying?
Cooperate with them? Or just to get on the same page with them?
So, as a matter of fact, don't even tell them what you want. Okay? How about that? Because
figure me out. Just learn me. That's when I go back to saying taking things slow. Just get to know me.
And that's when people have to put in effort. And if they don't put in effort to get to know you, then they don't really want you.
Or too much effort it's too much. Your standards too high. You're asking for too much. And that's another thing. Females, standards is too low. I feel like us as females, we set the tone first.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying?
I ride you up to here, honestly.
Enough.
Bring on minutes.
I feel like men, they see a woman, they like how she look, how nice she is, her mindset, stuff like that. And then they, you know, they go with that. And then, so it's up to a woman to actually have their standards put into place to actually feel like, you know, they can lead first. They started. You know, you have to start it, or else a man going to fully feel like he can take advantage of you. So I feel like if you're not setting those type of standards, they're going to run over you. So if you don't have any effort, you don't apply pressure. This for women too, because we just can't expect men to just put in effort and your standards ain't worth nothing. They gonna look at you and men gonna treat you as if whatever you're showing them, and that's just that. That's bottom line.
That's very true.
So back to manipulation is like, first of all, your mindset has to be strong enough to where a person can't manipulate you. You can see straight through them. You got to be able to see a person's intention. Now, sometimes people can hide their intentions very well. Very well. And it's like, it's so hard, but it's 2021, y'all. It ain't that hard to tell when people's intentions is right then and there, because 9 times out of 10 is like they show it, you know. So that's why when you take your time, you will learn to see. You get what I'm saying? This is an experience. This is something I'm also learning too. So I'm not sitting right here telling y'all as if I'm perfect, because I'm not. You get what I'm saying? This is I'm a work in progress, and it's also what I experienced, and I experienced, you know, moving fast. And not only this, I feel like the generations today, everything is fast. There's no patience with nothing at all. The lack of patience, our lack of tolerance is at a zero. It's like small, very small. So I feel like we definitely need to take our time, and we need to know when somebody is manipulating us, trying to play the mind games. You got to be strong enough, to know like, hey, this person is playing with me. They really don't care about me. They don't care about none of this. They will say any and everything. They will manipulate me into my panties. Same thing for females. They will manipulate a man and feel like they like them to get in their pockets. And that's why a man, like, I don't want to spend no dime, you know what I'm saying, spend no type of money on, this type of female, because all she want is my money. While they talking about Birkin bags and all that type of stuff.
No.
They got to understand, all females don't want your money, because I'm not one of them.
Period. Let me add on to that about the money part. Now, let me say this. Just as much as it's up to every single individual to discern what their situation is and what is not, men as well, you have to discern, you have to discern and be like, okay, this girl don't really like me, she want my money. And that's up to you.
Yes.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Just like, people, I'm not even trying to be funny, like, but I've had so many people tell me, oh, well, like, you chose them or you picked them. And I just be like, I did not choose to be with somebody who is manipulating me. That is not true.
No.
Now, it's your choice if you're going to continue to deal with it once it is shown to you. And at that point, that's on you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you got to take accountability for that. But let me say something. Y'all got to stop blaming women for what be happening to y'all. Every woman, okay? Because every woman is not the same. Every girl is not the same. Every female is not the same. And it goes for, it goes for us too.
Mm-hmm.
Every male's not the same. And I be trying, I really do be trying to give people chances. But I'm be honest, I think that self-love and knowing your worth also ties into manipulation of mind games. Knowing when, you know what I'm saying? Like, you love yourself enough to know, okay, this person's trying to manipulate me. They want to have, control over me. I
totally agree.
And okay, as I know the person I am, I know, who I am, and I stand my ground in who I am and what I'm worth. And once you know that, then you can, really discern, like, for real, who is for you or who's not. And I'm learning that as well at this point, because it's been hard.
And then you can also be able to detach from that. Once you learn, the more self-love you have for yourself, the more you love yourself, and the more you start to understand yourself and then learn people. Because me and her both are, stylists, makeup artists, stuff like that. We be around people, so you learn different types of people, men, having conversations, stuff like that, and you learn things. And even from experience too, from relationships and all that. And you start to see the same characters, the same traits, the same habits, the same everything from different people. And then you realize, I experienced this before. Absolutely. So I know what is going. I need to stop this right now. So when it comes to manipulation, it's all about experience. It's all about self-respect. It's all about to be able to acknowledge manipulation is what I'm saying. To be able to acknowledge manipulation, this is how you will be able to do those things. Just learning to respect yourself and know what you want to deal with and what not. When stuff just seems too good, sometimes maybe it is too good. You get what I'm saying? And I try not to jinx it and be like, oh, maybe I'm doing too much, because I can be an overthinker. I can overthink a lot of stuff.
Top 10, I'm right.
Them intuitions, baby, I'm right. You get what I'm saying? 9 out of 10, I be right about how I feel about somebody. So, it'd be a rare few chance that I'm wrong about the person. Yeah.
And that's another thing, ladies. Please, if something is telling you that something's off, it is. I don't care what nobody say. Because let me tell you something. I have learned. I don't know how many times I'm gonna like learn it about myself. But every time I have a feeling or I feel like something is not right, it's not right. Period. It's not right. You may not see it at the moment, but eventually you will see. Okay. So I'm telling you.
And what I learned from past relationship is that you should be upfront about a lot of stuff. So what you like, what you don't like, what are your flaws, what stuff that you like to do, all this type of things, all these things, so you can know in the beginning whether you don't have to do those type of things. You don't have to manipulate them to feel like this. You get what I'm saying? Ask about sex. You know? When do you normally end up having sex? You get what I'm saying? Do you like kissing? Do you like to be touched a certain way? What turns you on? You get what I'm saying? So that I can't do that, so I won't do those types of things to turn you on, because if that's not my mindset to have sex with you, then I don't want to be kissing all up on you and doing all this type of stuff if you can't handle it. You get what I'm saying? Like for me, you know, it's certain things you cannot do to my body because it's going to instantly turn me on. So it's like, I want to allow you to do that to me because it's gonna go there, period, you know? Everybody have a freaky side. So it's like, I feel like when you set things in the beginning.
Set your boundaries in the beginning.
In the beginning, let it just talk. Just talk.
Absolutely. Communication
is everything. It is. Communication plays a big role. So, you know, that's just that.
Yeah. What's the next one? Let's do background and upbringing.
Oh.
Girl, what's wrong with you? I thought we gotta keep going. Background and upbringing.
No. That's an important part.
I gotta edit some of this. So background and upbringing.
Okay. That's very important. I want to start this one off. I feel like how somebody is raised, it's very important for one. I thought it wasn't until I realized that it is. You know, like the more my experience that I see, okay, this person is raised this way. You know, this person come from the hood. This is all they know. You know, this person come from the suburbs. This is all they know. This is how their parents raised them. Yeah. You have men that grow up without a father. This is why they're more, let me say the right word, feminine. You know, their feminine side comes out more than their masculine side. So I feel like that's also important. You should talk about that in the beginning of the relationship as well, because that can affect it. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's just use me as an example. I'm not really close with my parents. You get what I'm saying? You know, I'm not really close with mine. So that played a huge part in my last relationship because my ex had to pull everything for me. So, you know, just experiencing that, I realized it take a toll on the other person because this one person is just taking, you know, all of the weight on a relationship. And when one person is taking all of the weight of a relationship, it pushes them away because they just feel overwhelmed at that point. And so, and when you dealing with somebody that's all they know is the streets, so they out there, they selling drugs, they this, that, and the third, it's like, you got to be able to cope with that, you know, that you got to be able to deal with that type of person if that's what you want to do. But for me, it's like, I can't deal with that. I'm just saying, I ain't dealing with no hood type, but I feel like it can play a role. If they hung with their daddy growing up, that's all they know. That's the only way they know how to make money. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that's very important, you know. And then what if a man was raped by a woman when he was younger? That also plays a role in that. You get what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, you thinking he don't want to be sexual with you because it's you, but he got raped and he never told somebody. So it's like, I feel like that's very important when you talking about the background and you talking about things that they experienced, you know, from when they was little. That's really important to talk about because it's deep. Even females getting raped and, you know, being, you know, just it's a lot of stuff. That is deep. So that's very important to talk. I missed that one, but that's very important to talk about in the beginning.
Okay, so what I would say is I experienced the opposite of her situation in my last relationship. So I was pulling out away, you know, it was almost like I was being his mom. And I'm gonna be honest,
I don't want no mama's boy.
And the reason why I said that, and like she said, like growing up, like with, you know, the environment, and not only the environment, but the way your parents treat you is a very important part because, you know, my last relationship, him and his mom, like his mom and his dad, they all had a very complicated relationship, to say the least. And I think that he struggled a lot with himself and being truthful about who he is. And when you're not comfortable within yourself and you get with somebody, it tends to, you know, rub off on the other person. Like, It really does. Like, it's not even a game. Like, I know how people say, like, you know, says it's not that serious. No, it really is that deep. Okay, it really is that deep. So, like, you know, you could catch somebody else's demons just by being with them, and that's no joke.
That's true. The moment when you your soul starts to connect, you get what I'm saying, you share anything, it's like you a part of them. So that's why I say it's important to watch who you dealing with, and you know, because when you start sharing everything, you know, you are one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you take on their energy, they take on your energy, and y'all is one. So you really have to be. That has to be talked about.
Absolutely.
That really, I feel like that is, girl, that was a good point. Like, I really feel like that has to be talked about.
It does. Because I see a lot of people on social media be like, oh, it's not that deep. No, it's a transfer of energy.
It's very deep. And I think if you holding back, you the type of person that have a lot of trauma that you dealing with from your past and, you know, childhood and all that, you should talk about it so that person that you're dealing with probably can help you with that.
Absolutely.
You need somebody to be able to balance that out for you, or else it's not going to work out. Period.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. And I just want to talk about it because we just going to kind of like roll over to the next topic. But that ties into like masculine and feminine energy. And, you know, everybody has both. Okay, let me start by saying that everybody has both. Some people have more than the other.
Yes.
Okay, and the goal is to have a balance in both. Okay, and like me and her, we are more masculine people because that's just, you know what I'm saying, that's just what it is. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get to where I gotta get to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a very assertive, a little bit aggressive, you know, to time, but I think that learning how to be comfortable within yourself and accept the fact that that's what you are and, you know, that's who you are can help you navigate life a little bit better as well. Knowing how to use whatever it is that you have to get what you want.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm not even talking about in a, you know, a
nasty
way. Yeah, but like just in general. But just in general. And not only that, I feel like kind of like I always felt like I was like wearing the pants in like my relationships, and I would just be like, why am I always, you know what I'm saying, like why do I always have to do stuff, or like, you know what I'm saying, bring something up or
be in control of it? Why can't I just step foot down and feel like my man can take over? Yeah. And see, with me, I'm the opposite. You know, I was more like shielded by the man, and so now that's why I'm more so
you're more masculine now.
I'm more like, I have standards, I set this, I do this way. You get what I'm saying? I'm not controlling, but I don't allow you to take control over me. You get what I'm saying? I can step down and be like, you do this. You know, you as a man, you supposed to do this. You do. I will allow you, but when you stepping over too much, I'm like, I put you in your place.
Yeah.
So I learned being up under a man's shell, that's not good. You got to be able to think for yourself. You have a
balance of it.
You do. Everything is a balance. Everything.
Absolutely. I completely agree. I'm learning to be more in my feminine now and just let people do stuff for me, even if I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If somebody asks, oh, can I pump your gas? I used to be like, no, like, I don't want you, you know what I'm saying? But now I just be like, oh yeah, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'll take it. But,
hey man, y'all have to understand, if from a female's point of view, if we used to taking care of everything, taking care of ourselves, learning self-love, not really needing a man to do anything, and you step into our life, and you think money oppress us, all that type of stuff, none of that impress. We just instantly be like,
I don't care about money.
Try it, I don't need it.
I'm be honest.
I'm being honest, and I'm not one of them Birkin bag girls where you can just buy Birkin bag and I'm happy. You know, probably food, because I love food. As y'all can see, we eat food. I love food, like I do. And so if you bringing me food, I can be, that's temporary happiness though. We talking about long term.
Yeah, longevity.
That's not going to keep
longevity.
Me. Mentally, man, y'all need to know this is a key point. Females are mental beings. Like, when you get us mentally, we there. But
mentally and emotionally too.
But when we mentally gone, we gone.
Yeah.
It's like you can't, we still here emotionally, but mentally we not.
Ain't no turning back.
So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, And let me say this, for the males who are more feminine, and when I say feminine, does not mean that you're gay or anything like that, meaning that you don't have a natural sense of
you whine too much, you complain too much. I'm sorry, you act like a girl.
No, I'm just saying, if you're more feminine, meaning that you I don't want to say that because that sounds shady, and I know certain people gonna be watching this. So what am I trying to say? If you're more feminine, be comfortable, or not even be comfortable, accept that part of you. There's nothing wrong with not being an alpha male. Like, not everybody wants an alpha male, and that's okay. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. Now, not me personally, but, you know, I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with that. There's, stop laughing at me. Stop laughing at me, because you make it seem like what I'm saying.
No, okay, go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, be comfortable with yourself. Like, everybody in general, just be comfortable and accept the things, flaws and not, you know, good and bad. Accept everything within yourself, because that's the only way you're going to be able to combine with somebody else to create a healthy relationship that is long term.
And I feel like it's so much better when you don't have to pretend.
Absolutely.
And you just be yourself, it flows better.
And I feel like we always put on these different masks, whether people want to say it or not. We always put on different masks and, you know, shields when we're out in the world, because, you know, people act, you know, certain different ways. So everybody has a mask on when they're out in the world, whether that's working, you know, you out or whatever.
Social media.
So I think having somebody that you can be truthfully, you know, like transparent with is really the goal. Let's be real.
That's good.
It's really the goal.
Because you can be this, and you can be this, and you can be all
everything.
your types
you know
of personalities that you got, and they accept you for who you are instead of pretending.
Exactly.
Because it's even worse when they find out who you really are.
I just want to say, because that is so important. Like, people who manipulate people to get what they want, and because I only deal with males. Her opinion might be a little bit different, but because I deal with males only, I feel like males need to stop trying to manipulate people to get what they want. There are so many, and to anybody who does this is no shade. If that's what you do, that's what you do. There are so many women out here who will give you, you know what I'm saying, without no hesitation. You know what I'm saying, without no effort. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that. So go, you know, be with them people if that's what you want. But don't be trying to, you know, don't be trying to mess up my peace and what I got going on because you want to interact with me and you don't know what you want, or you only want, you know, one thing you want to. No,
don't make me feel like I'm too high up here.
Absolutely.
Because you used to dealing with females down
they ain't
here.
got no.
With no standards, no nothing. Like, just don't stand for anything.
Like, I'm really concerned at this point, because just like I told her, I've gotten so many, oh, you have soft skin. I mean, are you not supposed to have soft skin? I don't understand that. Like,
y'all like alligator skin? Rough? What they do with it? Oh my gosh, girl.
But
I was taught the same thing. You have soft, smooth skin. You this, you that. What?
And you just be like,
else?
Am I not supposed to have that? Or like, what does that exactly mean? You know what I'm saying?
I can take that as a compliment, but
that's not
what
really a
are
compliment.
you?
That's the basics. You know what I'm saying? Just like communication, basic. It's basic stuff. If you, first of all, let me tell you something. For the men out here who have trauma and they have dealt with, you know, different things in their life, which I understand, and nobody's perfect, but let me say something. Heal yourself before you start interacting with women that you can tell has something about herself.
I agree.
Please.
Females too, because I feel like females do it a lot.
Absolutely.
Jump from one relationship and go to another and
I don't know how y'all do it. Okay.
I've done that, so I know, you know, just not even just fully working on myself first before I even step over here. Or getting over an ex first, and then you just stepped over here like everything is cool. That's not okay. You still thinking about that person. You need to work on yourself first.
Absolutely. Take time for yourself.
Remember, we're speaking from experience. We're not acting like we perfect.
This is stuff that we're learning ourselves.
Yeah, so, literally, for real. This is dating in today's world.
Generation.
Yeah,
it's kind of sad. I'm gonna be honest, because I don't feel like. First of all, let's talk about the basics of a relationship. Let's go ahead and lay that out, because I think that a lot of people don't know what the basics are of, like, you know, having a relationship. So I think one is communication. You say another.
Number one, trust.
Absolutely. Communication,
Patience.
trust, patience. What else?
Them three right there is
Oh, no, you
top.
good.
Yeah, them three right there is top.
Yeah. But it's something else. What else is communication, trust, honesty? Honesty is.
Well, that comes with trust. Cause you being
I mean,
honest, I can trust you. Most
Yeah,
likely,
you're right.
you being honest, I can trust you.
What else? Is that it? Being able to compromise. And if now
Compromising.
that is a very important one, especially if you have different lifestyles or different anything really. That's very important. Like, you know, religion or the way you do things, or
it shows
you
that
know,
you're not selfish too.
And you thinking about the other person.
Yes.
And they're a priority in your life, because if they not thinking about
Don't
you,
play
you're
with it.
not
They
a priority.
compromising got real serious.
Okay,
there, like.
don't play, because let me tell you something. And also setting boundaries within your relationship, because I feel like, in my experience, you know, when you tell somebody, oh, okay, let me just let you know, I don't like this, I don't like that. Is there any way you could, you know what I'm saying? And they keep doing it after you told them multiple times.
You don't respect me.
Period.
And
Period.
you don't even care.
Okay. And if you don't care, then we don't need to be together. You feel me? There's nothing else to talk about. It's time to deal. You feel me? It's time to deal. Period.
Bye-bye. That's my favorite word now, y'all. Bye. Okay? Because I'm not dealing with it. Bye.
Period.
I be on the phone, talk, bye. Like, you don't have to deal with stuff, you know?
Okay.
You really don't. But I feel like back to number one, communication.
It's very important.
If you communicate a lot of stuff, you can eliminate a lot of problems and issues.
I'm telling you, boy. I'm telling you, when people are real about what it is that they have going on, or how they do stuff and what they do and blah, 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 I'm telling you right now, it will create a lot more peace within the situation. Somebody feelings may be hurt, but it really don't even matter at the end of the day, because it's gonna stop from any confusion and fights in the end. And that's really what you want to avoid, honestly.
I agree.
Now, I mean, it's not gonna be perfect. Like, you're not gonna argue at all, but it, you know what I'm saying? It will definitely decrease the amount of arguments.
Mm-hmm. And that's the setting boundaries part. That's when
Yes.
it comes in with communication.
And I also want to talk about with setting boundaries, like with third party, like having family, your work, you know, people in your business, you know, friends, like how do
Baby
you...
mama.
Play with you, Latoya. I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not gonna play with you.
I feel like you should let that know from the get-go what it is and what you ain't gonna tolerate. What needs to be done in order for all of that to happen.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have issues
Yeah.
throughout the relationship if you don't do
And
that.
I'm gonna be honest. If you have a kid, please, because a lot of baby moms and baby daddies be messing with each other on the low. They mess with each other. They be, you know, he say, she say, all this other stuff. Don't nobody got time for that. Okay? Don't nobody got time for that. So, with that being said,
Because I can give you your baby daddy back with the quick, okay?
Him tea on a gold platter. Here you go.
I don't want no sugar in
we
my
want
tank. Bye.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
And not only that, but even like with family, I've dealt with an overbearing mother in my last relationship, kind of, in a way. And not necessarily like in our relationship, but with my significant other, like overbearing and, you know, always wanted to assert herself and stuff that we were trying to, you know what I'm saying?
Mama D from Love and Hip Hop type of mother. I'm just saying, them the ones I can't deal with. Mama, mind your business, because I stay in my place. And I don't say nothing when I want to say something to you.
Okay.
But you got to say everything for your son? Hold on now.
And I'm going to say this because...
And the man, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
The man supposed to step up and tell
set that
his
boundary.
mother,
Set that boundary,
Mama,
period.
don't say nothing. You get what I'm saying? Be quiet. Let me handle this. And still respect his mother as well. Because I don't want you to disrespect your mama for me. All I'm asking for you is to stand up and be a man and say, this the masculine energy part we talk about.
Okay.
Have more of that.
Yeah.
Speak out and say,
have more structure.
you in the wrong, mom.
Yeah.
Let me handle this. Let me say, Don't let your mama step up and just say whatever. Then she just run and take over the relationship. Because you won't see me no more. Absolutely. I don't have time for that.
Absolutely.
That's why I said Mama D, she the perfect example because I won't be able to deal with her. Bambi, you a good one because I can't.
You know what?
Girl, I can't. I'm sorry.
But I will say from experience now, I don't know. I have, now this is just me, okay? And I ain't got to lie about nothing to nobody, okay? So this is nothing but the truth. But I've never had a problem with anybody's parents. Like, I feel like everybody's pretty much, like, people's family have liked me for the most part. I've never really had any issues. And the way I met her and the way it went, it was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was very weird. Like, yeah, it was weird. So, I'm not even gonna go into detail, man. Cause
I don't know. I'm the opposite of her, as y'all can see. Their parents never really liked me, and I never could understand it. Some of them never even met me, and they just, yeah. I feel like I was always told by the sisters and the mama, you taking my, you know, son away from me or whatever like that. And I'm just like,
yeah, that's the first time I had that experience.
You know, why do you feel like
Never
that?
again.
You know, I'm doing nothing but dating your son. So it's like,
now let me say something. I'm sorry. That let me say this. For the mothers who have sons, whether it's their only son or whatever the case is, if you feel like your son is basically your man, you need help. Okay?
Seriously,
you need help.
Like now, go, girl.
That is not your man. That is your son. Okay?
And you cannot live his life for him. He have to make his own choices.
Jeez.
So you can make suggestions, but you can't control his lifestyle.
Period.
And who he's dating and stuff like that.
And if you are trying to control it, like I said, you need help.
You seriously.
You need help.
Yes.
So yeah. No, because that's really weird. Like, seriously.
I've experienced it, and I feel like it's very, very weird. Like, keep your mouth closed if I'm not even. You didn't want to say your girlfriend is disrespectful. You're disrespectful because you're saying whatever you want to say out your mouth. Like, that is not okay. You know, and as a man, you're supposed to step up and say something. You don't let me step out of line, and you don't let your mother, your sisters, because you got sisters and aunties, they step out of line too, cousins and all of them need to be in their place as well as me. You know, I need to learn my place as well and not step over boundaries and not talk to your mom, not disrespect you. Because there's some girlfriends I done seen, you know, female, they disrespectful. And I'm like, you just can't say that, girl. I no wonder why she don't like you. You just can't say anything. So it's not one-sided. It's always for both. That's why I say.
All right, hey y'all. So the video got cut short, but we're gonna do a part 2. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
Comment down, you know, what other topics and things you want us to talk about. If y'all want us to bring, like, you know, some male figures in here so we can get, you know, both sides of, you know, dating in this generation and stuff like that. And if you're interested in being a male figure in the topic, you know, the topic video, let me know.
Or if you're interested in talking with us in these types of conversations,
absolutely,
let us know, because we really don't mind including male and other females in their point of views. Yes, I think that would be
because I would love to hear the reasoning and I would love to hear all of that.
Just other points of views, you know,
absolutely.
And just keep it positive. You know, that's all we're trying to do is just tell our truth at the end of the day. You know, our experiences, our truth, how we feel, you know, and we're not just speaking for us. We also know that other women and men feel just the same. Absolutely. And they may not have a voice like we do. So, yeah. But part 2 is definitely coming.
It's coming, okay? But bye, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
I've had it up to here, honestly.
It's never
Bring on the next